This portion of the podcast is brought to you by Pixel Frames. If you got friends, family, or if you yourself love retro games, the classics, then Pixel Frames is the perfect collectible for you. No need to make room on a cluttered desk or table. These premium and officially licensed shadow boxes are ready to be hung on any wall in any room. Pixel Frames features a wide range of classic retro gaming scenes from the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, and more.
They work closely with the licensors to provide high-quality shadow boxes and ensure their accuracy in perfectly depicting even the smallest detail of their respective scenes. These are 100% licensed. Licensors like Sega and its scenes from Sonic the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, Altered Beast, and more. Then they've got stuff from Capcom, including Mega Man X, his final boss fight against Sigma, and Street Fighter's duel of Ryu and Ken at the docks. And Konami's got Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Contra.
These are made for fans of retro gaming, collectors. They're great to display. There's two different sizes. There's a 6x6 or a larger 9x9. So you can find Pixel Frames at BigBadToyStore.com, Amazon, and if you're in Europe, at Dragonbox. They start under $20. You can check out the whole collection at the Pixel Frames on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's very nice. Check them out. All right, Game & Watch, Ian. Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch came out on Friday. I ordered mine on evil Amazon. I got it on Saturday. I got it in a day or so. They were available in the morning. By night, they were not. So the good news is that the fact that Nintendo made them much that all the fucking scalper bots didn't get them, that's a good thing. They're probably not as limited as we think they are because of that.
Yeah, I would imagine seeing at least another run or two of these.
So this will be available to at least March, just like all the other weird time limits on their Mario stuff.
Probably.
This is going to be the holiday seller this year. Every year Nintendo has their like what's going to be the holiday seller like knick-knack the past few years. You had like Super Nintendo Classic. What was that? 2 years ago or 3 years ago? 2017. So you have your knick-knacks coming out every year. This is going to be the knick-knack this year that you put under the tree or in the stocking this year. I'm going to come out and call that here. It's shocking though that it's a Game & Watch because a Game & Watch like this. You know, they haven't existed for 30 years, a Game & Watch. And the ones that look like this, like, you know, closer to, 35 years. But this is a nice product. And I'm very impressed with the quality of this. Ian's more of a handheld aficionado than me, but I own some Game & Watches. I own several. They did a great job with this. I don't have the Club Nintendo ball one that came out, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I don't have that. I'm guessing it's a similar quality to that. They probably obviously still have the molds. And
so I compared the two.
Okay.
I compared the two. Ball is smaller. Yeah, I compared the two because if you flip it over and you look at the first three letters of the serial number,
it says ball.
It says ball, which I thought was cute. But I hadn't held the ball one in my hand in a while, and I was like, did they maybe just reprint, the front plates? Are they using leftover back plates?
It's marketed as a ball, though.
Yeah, but no, they are different units. Both of them are very nice, but the original ball is smaller and I believe closer in size to what the original Game & Watch would have been.
So, by small, by what, like a half inch, maybe across?
Somewhere like that.
Okay, so the D-pad is fantastic.
Yep,
it's a proper D-pad. It's the OG D-pad. Even has the curve in the middle for the rocker.
Yeah, when you put your thumb on it, you can actually feel it rocks properly.
Yep, it's the patent, not patented anymore, but that was that Nintendo had it down. The mushy B and A buttons,
which I thought I was going to hate for a game like Mario Brothers, but actually they work fine.
They work fine.
Yeah,
you would think that if they switch it to a harder one, it might be more responsive. No, it's fine. I played that fucking Hammer Brother in 8.4. Damn it, I got up to the Hammer Brother in 8.4. I used the warps, but I was able to play pretty well on with this. I have average or smaller man fingers, so I was actually able to play pretty well on this.
I thought the screen was very bright and very nice.
You can adjust it.
The sound is basic, but it comes out of a speaker on the left-hand side nicely. The one thing I would say is I still feel like that aspect ratio is just slightly out of touch on the screen. It looks slightly wider, slightly stretched. I'm not talking...
It's closer to a TV. How the TV would be.
Yeah, it doesn't have like that awful 16:9. Like you know how if you take a 4-3 game and you stretch it to 16:9, it's very obviously stretched and gross. This is not quite so obvious, but like when you look at the blocks, they don't look perfectly square. They look like they're just slightly stretched by a pixel or two.
This is how 80s TVs were. They weren't like, because when you look at like an emulator, it would be like, 10 to 15% thinner, stretched thinner. This is how a TV would look if you played it on TV in the 80s. I didn't mind that. It didn't throw me off with that. This is the original Super Mario Brothers ROM. This is not, because you know why I know the difference? It does not control like Super Mario 35 does. That's for damn sure. Because you have the momentum when you jump, you have the more skittishness, you have the less hoppiness on the enemies, the multiple enemies. Because on Super Mario 35, they've really roughed out. I wouldn't call them. They're not even rough edges, but like when you hop on enemies, you can hop on one Goomba, you'll run to the second and die. This is a lot more challenging. This is the original OG Super Mario Brothers experience on here, which I like that they did that. They didn't go cheap on that.
Nope. But they did add some nice like cheats to it, some quality of life stuff. For instance, if you hold down the A button, I think it's if you hold down the A button and press start, you'll get infinite lives.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Let me see that. I didn't. Well, the A button is start.
No.
A button start. So I said, hold on B and maybe hit it. Let me try.
I did it last night. I thought it was A and then the start button underneath.
There's a pause. You can come back to it. Even if you go out of the game to another game, you can come back to exactly where you were. Or if you go to the time, you can come back to it. The timer's adorable because you can switch between different scenes on the clock with the what is it with the which button was it when you hit time, you go between three different modes on there. You can obviously set the time and do all that. Then it has the original. It has Super Mario Bros. 2, which is trash, but I'm glad they included it. And then it has Super Mario Brothers Ball, which I got up to like 100 and I stopped playing, which is just the juggling mode. Oh, it kept me on the pause, Ian. When I see it kept me on the pause days later. I'm at 102 right now on Super Mario Ball right there. So that's how they actually branded the box, which I was surprised. They branded it with it was Ball. That's how they brand it, but it says Super Mario Brothers on the top there.
Let me see this real quick, because I totally did this last night, and it's what it's telling me. Another way you can have infinite lives is to press and hold the A button before pressing start on the main screen. You'll start playing with infinite lives. You can play with Luigi in Ball by holding A for 5 seconds before starting the game. Okay. Just hold it down. And then you can activate the hard mode immediately in the game. So
in Super Mario Brothers, you can do it?
In Super Mario, you need to complete the first Super Mario Brothers, and then the option will appear at any time to set it to hard or easy.
Otherwise, you can hit B to start at any level you want.
Yes,
from the main screen. So that's pretty cool to be able to do that. So yeah, there's a little bit of extra little niceties they put in here. Like Ian said, the screen is bright and tight, as they say in the auction for arcades. And now, Ian, the easy thought that comes to mind. You enjoyed yours, right? I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
It's $50 when you say, oh, it's $50, you're getting a couple games. Game & Watches weren't cheap in the 80s. I'm not justifying. I'm saying that Game & Watches were never that cheap. They weren't. I don't think they were $50, but they were at least $30 probably back in the 80s. They were the marquee Cadillac handheld, systems or one-off handhelds at the time, more than a Tiger or anything else. I will do a pat guarantee right now that you will see a Legend of Zelda 1 next year with 1 and 2. I will guarantee you'll see that for the 35th of Zelda next year. Yeah, I think they're going to see these sell like hotcakes and come out with that.
No, I think that would be very cool. I'd like to see that. I also have a feeling that, I mean, who knows?
Well, maybe it's Legend of Zelda 1, if not 2, but I think the first two would work well.
I feel like everything gets hacked these days. I'm interested in seeing if these get hacked.
And load up whatever memory is in here.
Yeah, load up. I mean, if it'll handle NES ROMs and how many it'll handle, I'm sure.
Some Wally Bear on the go.
Yeah, some Wally Bear on the go. Yeah, because I don't think it would be able to hold much, but who knows what's in there. I think it would be fun to play like Final Fantasy or something on there.
Has someone even done it already? It's been out for 3 days or 4 days.
Actually, it's worth looking. Yeah.
Game & Watch Mario Brothers hack, because there is to power a USB-C, so maybe they could That's how they basically did it with the NES.
There are
Classic Edition.
already videos. Yeah, 3 days ago, hacking the Nintendo Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers.
Oh my God! So it was like by Saturday they had them out. Like within 24 hours they had them out. No, I'm like I said, I'm impressed. This could be a whole new line for Nintendo to come back and come out with these.
Yeah,
They really
and these,
can- they could.
I really think these will be available. I just looked because I was trying to look up the hacking, but they are not, these Nintendo Game & Watches are not sold out at the Ocean Beach location of Target, so you could go down there and get one right now. And it says there's only one left at Sports Arena, but as of right now, if you were online right this moment, you could be reserving one at Sports Arena. There's only one left.
But
So
the fact that a few
they're going
days
to be
later-
hard to come by, but you're going to be able to get one if you want to
Well,
get one, I think.
It's not a product that would appeal to everyone. Like,
Sure.
but it'll appeal to a lot of people still because it could appeal to young people that didn't grow up with these. Like, oh, this is kind of niche and retro. It'll appeal to people that grew up with them, like us, and have one as a kid. Obviously, I had handhelds, but I don't know. It's the form factor. I think they hit upon something, and it's not the garbage fucking micro Sega things. This you can actually play without a fucking magnifier on it. Like this is perfect size. If they went a little bit smaller, I'd have an issue. But like I said, I managed to play this. I think I slipped up one time getting used to the D-pad. But no, this was fun.
Good stuff.
I think $50. I wouldn't buy a ton of these at $50. At 40, I think you'd sell a lot more. But hey, it's another way. It's a way Nintendo can resell you Super Mario Brothers for the 17th time.
Yes.
And that 17th probably is not even hyperbole at this point. It's probably around 17 times.
Oh, I'm sure
they've
it's
resold the
absolutely
studio
not.
over the years. I'm running through my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. NES Classic Edition, eShop multiple times.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was included on Super Mario Brothers Advance in some form, maybe, or another.
No,
one of
it
the
wasn't.
cards. Oh, it wasn't on one of those. But anyway,
It got its own Game Boy Advance cartridge.
Super Mario 35th, Super Mario 25. There's a lot of ways you got this.
Yeah.
All Stars, obviously, up the wazoo. So anyway, that's it. So Legend of Zelda for sure. I think I'd be confident. I wondered if they would stick that close with the branding and make sure, okay, we can only put this out again. Nintendo were sticklers. It had to have been on a Game & Watch. So Legend of Zelda actually was one of the last Game & Watches. Super Mario Brothers actually was. That's why I wasn't surprised they didn't include the Super Mario Brothers.
That's
here.
actually my big bummer. That I feel like that's a real missed opportunity. I would love to see if someone could emulate other Game & Watch games and get those dumped on there. That would actually be neat. The Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch game, I mean, it did exist. I really have no idea why they didn't include it on there.
Or use that as the case.
And it's actually a lot of fun. I mean, for an advanced Game & Watch, it really does feel like you're playing a platforming game.
It always comes off like, well, we have the shell already from the Game & Watch. We have, let's not do anything different. We'll keep it like this and just see how it does. Maybe that's what they thought.
It's weird because the Super Mario Game & Watch, I believe, is blue and silver with white buttons.
Definitely blue.
Yeah.
So I'm just surprised that they went simple. We'll go old school Game & Watch from 1980, and we'll do it like that. But no, like I said, I'm impressed by this. Are you actually going to keep it on as a clock? Going to put it on?
No, probably not. Not as a
Did
clock.
anyone do that with their Game & Watch? Probably not.
No.
The batteries would have ate away in a few.
Well, I'm always bummed because there's no alarm function on there. If there was,
there isn't?
No,
Why
not
did
that I could find. If there was an alarm function, I'd use it.
You'd actually use it?
I'd use it as an
But then
alarm
you need
clock.
like a little stand in the back to stand.
Yeah,
it up.
the first thing I did was flip it over, and I'm like,
Anyway, so good. This is a good product. This is going to be the Christmas seller because there isn't a big, game release. I guess outside of Super Mario the 35th, anniversary. But that's I think the kids are going to like this.
It's a neat stocking stuffer.
Sure.